So, okay, let's talk about this Tower of Doom. Now, first off,
No, here's my first note. Nope, 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 nope. As this shit gets set up. No, 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 no. Fuck you. Dude, when they brought out the ladders, I was like, get the no.
Yeah,
Harper,
fuck that.
Harper, can you fast forward to the point where they start climbing that fucking thing?
Dude.
Let's see.
So let me talk to Doc while you're doing that, Harper, because I need your reaction. So the Tower of Doom match is Jim Garvin, Ron Garvin, the Road Warriors, and Dr. Death versus Kevin Sullivan, Al Perez, Ivan Koloff, Mike Rotunda, and the Russian Assassin. The first full team to exit the tower wins. Man, I ain't trying to be negative, but this is too much. But besides the fact that the Road Warriors got thrown into this instead of blowing off their feud with the Powers of Pain, this Tower of Doom is still too much. But as a kid, I was like, holy shit, this is cool. But they got cages on top of cages,
Dude,
and then they got a 20
referee.
Right.
What the
Tommy
fuck?
Young,
Climb that goddamn ladder.
Tommy Young is up the top of that thing as it's swaying back and forth, looking like he needs to give up his last rights or needs his last rights because he's not going to make it that night. That goddamn Tower of Doom, when those guys start fighting at the top, is swinging back and forth, and I'm thinking to myself, somebody's going to die tonight.
It looks like Smoky Mountain Construction got a hold of that thing.
I don't even know how to discuss it other than to say it's swinging back and forth. Garvin, they're at the top fighting, and that thing's moving back and forth. And Tommy Young is sitting up there like, this check-in might not even clear, and I'm up here going to die for it.
My first thought was, just from a storyline perspective, and I've been saying this for the weeks preceding this, is what are all these other guys doing this for? Why does Gary Hart have Al Perez in this shit?
Yeah, they got caught with their pants down when the Powers of Pain left. So they just
Why would Paul Jones have his guys in it? If I can't get it in one of Precious's 3 holes, then what do I care?
Can you grow up?
No.
Yeah.
What are you, fucking 6?
Can you imagine the Powers of Pain on Precious at the same time? Jesus Christ.
Fuck this. Look at poor old fucking Dr. Death.
Harper, what are your thoughts as you watch it?
This is... I wonder how much they got paid to fucking do this shit.
Boy, that's a good question, because I have a note here that says, no one looks happy about having to do this. No one looks certain about what to do either.
You got fucking Ivan Koloff, who's fucking worked with Bruno and all these, and it's the shit he's doing now.
Harper, I had my next note said, I think this is how Luthez won his first strap.
Okay. Aside from the fact that...
Somebody, look, I'm a big believer that I love Kevin Sullivan. I love him. I think he's got a great mind for the business. I think he's insane. I love it. But this is a bad fucking idea. That somebody should have quality controlled.
I'm still confused. Why is Dr. Death just standing there? Where's the rest of them at?
Standing on the outside, you mean?
Yeah, like he's like, hey, come on, get him.
So you mean he's on the floor still?
No, like Dr. Death he like climbed up the ladder and he's standing up there.
And who's in the top cage right now?
It's Nikita and Ivan and Garvin. Oh, and there's Mike Rotunda standing outside the cage too.
Okay, so yeah, here's what happens.
And I've got a note here that at about 1:09, when they're up there, man, an hour and 9 minutes, these motherfuckers are in the damn lights.
Fuck this.
So
they're
hold on,
legitimately fighting in the light standard.
Let me answer Harper's question. So remember, you got all these guys. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 guys on each team. So Harper, the rules are, whatever team escapes the cage first. There's those trap doors at the bottom of each cage, except for the bottom cage where you escape out the side through the door.
Okay.
So the way it works is the first two guys start at the top. They're fighting. Whoever gets the best part of each other when the door opens and they're on the offense, they can escape to the next level. So that's it's kind of convoluted, too many rules, but your goal is to be able to incapacitate your opponent who you're in the cage with at that moment to get to the next level. And then so the goal is hold on. You want all 5 of your guys out the cage at the end of it before them.
Do you? Because
all 5 have to get out to win, not just one.
But it's stupid because Ron Garvin escapes first, but that actually hurts his team. So winning hurts you. That's dumb.
Well, in a way, but okay. I'm not trying to defend this shit. I'm just trying to say what the rules are.
And here's the other thing. Remember this little factoid, bucko. Undertaker broke his foot when he jumped down from the cage in the Hell in the Cell. He cracked his foot. That's pretty much what we're asking all these big bastards to do when they go from level to level. My note here was, I cannot believe they did this crap again in the 90s. How can you do this one time and think it was okay to do it again?
It was a little safer when they did it at Uncensored 96, though.
It was dumber
than this one, but it was dumber than this one.
Hold on. Dude. I need Hopper. Hopper's never seen it. Hopper, what are your thoughts?
Like a ship at sea, bro. Bro, it's like a boat.
That's what I wanted. Hopper.
That,
I got a note here, and I got a note when they get in that second tier. It says that second tier is 100% bullshit. And this once they got into multi-level tiers, the whole goddamn thing is just swaying and shimmying.
Oh God,
Hopper.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Now, I feel like I exaggerate. Hopper, how bad is that thing swaying back and forth?
It's swaying like they're fighting on a ship.
Yes. Like they've gone out those fucking like they've gone out to international waters to settle some shit.
Like the crab fucking guys. You know that fucking show with the crabbers? Yeah, it's like they're fighting on fucking one of those fucking boats.
Deadliest catch in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
This is fucking stupid, bro.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay, now Garvin's leaving.
So here's what I need to know. For you two gentlemen wrestlers to be
I'm not doing it. 10 grand minimum.
Yeah, it depends on how much you're gonna pay me, dude.
That's
climbing
what
up that ladder. That's like how tall you think that is? A three-story house?
They're in the light standard of an arena.
Oh my God.
They're 30 feet up at least, Hopper. They're 30 feet up in the air.
At least.
And Tommy Young is sitting up there like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die.
He's like, I'd rather be jacking off Barbarian right now.
He's probably thinking, God, I wonder what they're doing in WWF right now.
Nothing better, though.
They ain't climbing that.
Oh, my God.
What?
It's just, I'm surprised this thing didn't fucking collapse, bro. But just think of all the weight that's up there moving around.
Those are some big bastards on this thing, too.
The minimum weight is probably, well, you get the ref is probably 160, 170, and everyone else is 200 plus, to say the least. Pushing 300 pounds. You guys, fucking Dr. Death is pushing 300. The Road Warriors are pushing 300. If they're not 300, Mike Rotunda's probably 220, 230, maybe 250 at the most. And they're just fucking running around like assholes up there.
All right.
Yeah.
And people, the people in the arena can't see what's going on.
No, they just see a bunch of fucking people moving.
All right. With that said, can I go to how this thing finally ends?
I don't even, bro. I still don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I
So
still don't get the rules, dude. I still don't.
Well, and here's the thing: a team wins, and then bad things start happening, which is
Well,
stupid.
yeah, if you were a kid, you really not only say just a kid. I mean, heck, we're having trouble understanding. But anyway, let me repeat. I thought I was Drew Miller in our Facebook group, he and I were talking about this one day, and I was like, yeah, I thought it was cool. You know, you got the whole cage. You're like, oh, wow. And then when you see it, you're like, holy shit. As a kid, I thought that. Now I see it, I'm like, really, holy shit. Like Harper said, they're fighting on a freaking battleship out in international waters. The whole point of this thing is to escape from the various trapdoors at each level and eventually get out the cage. The last two guys in the cage are Jimmy Garvin and Kevin Sullivan. So Garvin brainbust.
A cameraman just fucking climbed up there
Yeah.
with a fucking camera.
He's trying to give some first-person perspective, Harper.
Jesus Christ.
It's bad. This is awful.
Well,
y'all want to talk about video game wrestling? This is fucking video game wrestling.
Well, at least none of the guys are 115 pounds with a pallet of bricks.
This is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. So the last two guys in the cage, bottom cage, are Jimmy Garvin and Kevin Sullivan. Garvin brainbuster Sullivan, and Precious goes to let Jimmy out, and Jimmy gets out of the cage. Unfortunately, Precious, who's in the cage, she's the keeper of the key, is now locked in the cage with Sullivan, the deranged lunatic. So the only way for Garvin and the other faces to get back into the cage is to climb all the way up that bastard and go back through all the trap doors.
It is like a video game. This is like Zelda.
So meanwhile, all the faces are working their way through the cages after they've climbed all the way back to the top to get all the way down to the bottom, where Kevin Sullivan is now choking Precious.
Bruh, there's a point and there's a timestamp at 1:26:50 where I thought he pulls out the spike. I thought he was about to pull out his dick. He went to the tights. I was fearful.
Oh God.
So, long story short, the faces, Jim Garvin and Hawk, they finally save Precious. So the face team wins, and then they are able to save Precious from being murdered and killed by Kevin Sullivan.
What a match. We won, and as a result of winning, we subjected our female heroine to sexual assault. Super duper.
Wait. I think the best part about that is Harper's reaction when I said Precious is now in the cage with Sullivan, and the faces realize, oh shit, we got to get back in there. So they climb all the way back up this cage one by one.
This is like Castlevania if it was a wrestling match.
It is. Yes. That's a great analogy. That was a great game, too.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts on the Tower of Doom, Harper?
I mean...
Here's the weird part, though, guys. The crowd was cheering this shit.
It's all about perspective, man. I mean, we're shitting on it, but I'm telling you, back then, when I saw that tower, I mean, as a kid,
if I was a little kid watching this, you're into this shit.
Yeah,
because you've never seen anything like this before,
right? You've seen a cage match, right? But you ain't never seen, 3 cages on top of each other. You're like, oh my God, they got to fight through all that. It's all about perspective, but that perspective, once you look at it as 40-plus-year-old men, you're like, oh my God, there's no way, this is terrible.
Oh God. Oh.
Man, this is like a wrestling version of a toothy blowjob.
Oh.
Sure, it's a blowjob. Sure, it's wrestling, but is it a good idea?
Oh look, they did some wrestling.
Well, and then the match is over, and they send it to Caudle, and they got to get this goddamn cage up. So Caudle says the same thing like 3 times in a row. He says something for like 2 minutes and then repeats it, and then says something for 2 minutes and repeats it. They put poor Bob in a bad spot.
Yeah, they got to get the cage down, and because they got another match, so
They got 2 more matches.
Right.
yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. Okay, so let's keep going.